bit of news the Detroit Tigers were making yesterday, because yesterday they introduced Scott Harris as the new president of baseball operations. Most recently, general manager for the San Francisco Giants under Farhad Zaidi, and the Chicago Cubs, where he spent some time during their World Series run of 2016. And we're pleased to be joined by the brand new president of baseball operations, Scott Harris, who joins us now. Scott, congratulations. What are these next couple of days like for you as you get acclimated and settled into your new role?
Hey guys, great to see everyone. It's really tough. I was at the ballpark at Oracle Park on Sunday night, leaving for the last time. And, on Monday, I was on a plane to Detroit, and now I'm a Tiger. So it's a tough transition. I appreciate all the pageantry, all the interviews, all the photography, everything, but I'm here to get to work. And, as soon as all this stuff is done, I can't wait to get started and start building something great here in Detroit.
Scott, I want to ask you, as a player, I had a ton of coaches, and I feel like each one, you kind of put them in a strainer and you take a little bit from each one. You're coming from the Cubbies with Theo, Farhan, I'm sure others. Do you take a little from each one and then say, all right, now I also want to add what Scott Harris has been dreaming about doing? Or do you kind of follow that template because it's worked in the past?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's the same dynamic in a front office. I've been blessed to work for some tremendous mentors. Theo Epstein, Jed Hoyer, Farhan Zaidi, and many others who aren't necessarily presidents or GMs. I feel like I've taken a little bit from everyone I've worked with and have learned a ton from them. But the goal is not to just bring everything I have seen in my career to Detroit and, transplant all of those ideas here. There are a lot of good things happening in the Tigers organization. So we're going to seek to find a blend between what I've seen and what the people here have seen, so that we can chart a path forward and make sure that we're differentiating ourselves as an organization in order to get back to that winning type of culture.
Hey, Scott, it's Dan O'Dowd. You mentioned this yesterday in your press conference. Why is this too good of an opportunity to pass up for you right now?
Yeah, I made a really difficult decision to leave my hometown in San Francisco. One of the reasons I did is when I landed in Detroit for the interview, it just felt different here. You see Tiger hats everywhere. You see, people talking about baseball, talking about the future of the team. And you see a market that has tremendous resources, excellent ownership, some young talent coming through the pipeline, an excellent manager in AJ Hinch, and a fairly blank canvas that we can work together to fill in. So, the combination of those things made for a great opportunity, and I'm fortunate to be here.
Following up on that real quick, you made two statements that were dear to my heart, but fascinating, when you talked about your philosophical approach to building an organization. You talked about the culture of development, and you talked about everything that goes on in the game is in and around the strike zone. What does those two statements philosophically mean to you?
First, you guys know this. The game is too hard to stop changing, to stop developing. And so we want to bring that mentality to all levels of our organization. It's self-evident in the minor leagues. Every minor league player is trying to get a little bit better to get that call up to get to the big leagues. But we want to bring that same mentality to Detroit. We want it to be a destination for young players to get better when they get that call up, but also for, free agents or, trade acquisitions to come here and know that we are going to surround them with an environment that will inspire them to get better. It's going to take a lot of work. We have a lot of work to do this winter to get to that place, but that's our goal. I know AJ Hinch is all on board. His coaching staff is all on board, and we're going to get to work on that this winter. As far as the second point, the game starts with the strike zone. It disproportionately influences everything you see on a baseball field. It, dictates the length of innings, the load you're putting on a pitcher's body, the quality of contact you're giving up, and therefore the defense you're allowed or you're able to play behind the pitcher, as well as a million other variables that you see on the field. So if the game starts with the strike zone, we have to start with the strike zone. We have to find a way to dominate the strike zone on both sides of the ball. And that's going to be a central focus for us, and it's going to anchor all of our evaluations.
Scott, what message do you have for Detroit Tiger fans. Granted, you've only been on the job for, just a handful of hours, but there's so many. You mentioned the fans there in Detroit, a passionate fan base, starved for winning there. What message would you give to them?
My message to Detroit fans are, thank you for the warm welcome for me and my family in this city. We've already gotten a taste of what Detroit's all about. And I want you to know that I'm going to be mindful of your passion and your connection to this team with every decision that I make. As I said in my press conference, this isn't my team. This is Detroit's team. Tiger fans have been through a lot over the years, and it's on us to make sure that we're mindful of all of the support and love they have for the Tigers with every single decision we make, so that we can build a team that they are proud of and a team that they're excited to come to the ballpark and watch every day.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, what does the new Tigers president of baseball ops have for breakfast?
Yeah, what'd you eat?
I actually haven't had breakfast yet, and the fire alarm went off when I tried to take a shower in the hotel, so I'm off to a great start this morning.
Oh, man, that's rough. Hey, but it can only get better, Scott. It can only get better.
At least you weren't sitting in traffic on Route 3.
There you go. It could be a lot worse. Hey, Scott, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Congratulations and best of luck to you. Hopefully we can catch up with you real soon.
Sounds great. Great to see you guys.